Hi, guys.
Hey.
What's up? Welcome back to the WAC podcast. We're so excited to have you here for another week.
Very excited, actually, because this week is special. You want to tell them why it's so special?
It's special?
Yes, this week is very special.
It is special because we have some special guests. Please welcome Ryan, Stuart, and Christy. I don't know how to say Rebar.
It's weird.
That's amazing. Welcome, guys. So happy to have you. These two are lifelines for the WAC podcast. They really are. They're lifelines. And here's why. You help us with our social media page,
yes,
our TikTok page, things along those lines. And you also help us, you used to help us with that. And then Christy took your job. Mm-hmm. And now you help us a little bit more with content and things along those lines. So welcome our two very special guests. We're so excited to have you here.
It's great
back
to be
for
here.
another week, back for another Monday.
It is literally a blast to have you guys. Like, you have no idea.
You literally have
We're just
no
so
idea
thrilled.
I am so
how excited I am to be here with you, Spencer.
Christy literally carries the podcast.
She
You guys
really
didn't know,
does.
like,
Her back hurts
if you
all the
follow
time.
the Instagram or the Facebook or the TikTok or whatever you choose to follow, and whenever you're watching this video, whether it's, Friday or in the future or something, everything you see posted is more than likely Christy.
Yep.
She just kind of pulls it out of her butt and runs with it, and she does a great
Amazing.
job. Like,
You do.
Thank you.
You do.
I really appreciate it.
It's all aesthetically pleasing, and it's just like easy to read and stuff like that. So
And we just hit 100 followers
We
on the
just hit 100 followers.
round of applause.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Oh, we're lacking behind, but we want to say a huge thank you to our cast and crew. Thank you guys
so
Dylan,
much for working.
Love you guys. Thank you.
We love all of you guys paid directly tonight. Connor's back in the house. We love you, Connor. We have Grant here as well. We have Dylan taking some promotional pictures, so we'll be kind of trying not to pay attention to Dylan. And yeah, so we just want to thank you guys. We also want to thank you who follow us on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe to us on YouTube. So
Without our
share your
followers,
friends.
without our followers, we'd be nothing. So
We would
it's
be-
If I could just
really-
add, if you
Yeah.
guys ever want to like see something on the podcast or like want us to talk about anything, like please email us at whackpodcast1@gmail and maybe your topic can be on the air. So
Yeah.
it'll be really fun.
That's such a good point. Yeah.
It
That's
is.
such a good point.
Solid.
Such
That
a
was really
wow.
good.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
I really appreciate
That was
that.
really good,
Amazing.
Christy.
Hyping me up
Yeah.
right there.
Of course, yeah. So we are going to kind of move into today's topic, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in particular that we want to kind of dive in and discuss and
Yeah, I think
go about? And
we have some fun,
Fun?
interesting questions.
Yeah,
I feel like
we have
there's
some
it's.
really fun
I feel like
questions.
it's really awesome because even though I love Spencer, he's amazing. It kind of is hard to like keep the conversation going when there's only like two people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
when
for
there's
sure.
like four people, I
Yeah.
feel like there's more
Sorry,
like.
Spencer.
Talking to Spencer is definitely similar to talking to a brick wall, so I get that.
I mean, it's true. So, we love
I love you,
Spencer.
Spencer.
We bully him all the time. So, yeah, I feel like having just like more minds like in the conversation is definitely easier to talk about. We were sparking up a really good conversation before we went on the air, just talking
What
about
were we-
like
it was like
the. Sorry.
we were talking about, was it Little Nas?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. We
That
were
was
talking about
crazy.
so if you guys haven't heard, Lil Nas X apparently released what's called the devil shoes, the Satan shoes or something
Yes.
along those lines. Actually, Pate sent me an article about it. Apparently they're Nike shoes and he released them.
Well, they were like Nike shoes that have been custom, like they've been modified and like customized, so they're not technically, like they are Nike shoes, but they're not endorsed by Nike. Like Nike has nothing to do with the product.
Nike basically said, he was like, you can take like the design of this shoe, but we're not endorsing you, we're not paying you, this is not us, like whatever. And so there's 666 shoes.
Wow.
There's Luke 10, like 13.
10:18?
10:18 written on the side.
Crazy.
A drop of human blood comes. I mean, it's just like, I
little
don't know. How do you
sketch.
guys
Yeah,
feel
crazy.
about that? Like, yeah,
It's a
like
little
I mean,
sketch.
it's.
I just found out about it like when we were talking about it earlier. I'm like, it's a little sketch, dude. But at the
No.
same time, like, wasn't it Nike's like filing a lawsuit now because of it?
I think
And
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Luke 10:18.
it says like
me-
so
I got it
basically
here.
it's compliant for trademark infringement.
Infringement.
We're literally communication students, and you don't
Sorry.
know what that is.
My brain's kind of, sorry, in violation of false designation of origin, trademark, in violation of 15 USC, whatever.
Basically,
Common law
Nike's-
trademark. So
they're not
basically,
having it.
yeah, so basically Nike's like, you can't just take our shoes and promote Nike in this sort of fashion. Like,
Yeah.
you just can't do that.
Yeah.
So,
And
I
I,
mean,
bet
it's
that there's
crazy.
like an issue with marking up the price so high, especially because they're so limited edition and they're also custom made, and that he's probably gonna make such a big profit off of it.
Oh my gosh,
you know?
Yeah.
each pair of
Insane.
shoe was what, like over $1,000 or
I
something?
don't
But it's
even
not. I
know.
don't think it's just the price, because like a lot of people do these custom like Nike builds and Nike paintings and things like that, and they sell them all the time.
Yeah.
But like, I think I'm just gonna take a wild guess, and I'm gonna say that the pentagrams and the drops of human blood
The
and the
upside down
demon
crosses.
stuff and the upside down crosses, I think that's really what they're getting him for, because they don't want to represent. They don't want him representing Nike like this,
No.
and that's what it makes it look like, honestly. Because like when he when Lil Nas whatever first posted the picture of his shoes, I was like, what? I was like, Nike really let him do that?
I
Because that's
thought
just
it was
not-
Nike. I was like,
not
I've
something
lost
you do.
all respect for Nike.
Yeah.
I cannot
Yeah.
believe they come out with this shoe based on him. And then I found out, Pate was actually talking about it. It was just 100% Lil Nas.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's whack.
Is
That's
it-
what
That
that
is
is.
whack.
that's whack. Like our podcast, Monday night at 7, premiering Friday nights at 7.
Yes. So please share with your friends. Anyway, so that's been happening all over Twitter. I mean, that's something that I see on TikTok and Twitter
Yeah.
probably once a day now.
That's been going crazy. What about the Suez
about?
Canal? Get a load of that,
Oh,
right?
they got
Ryan
the ship out.
told me about
They
that.
got it out today.
Ryan told me
Really?
about that
Yeah.
last week, and he was like, "Yeah, they got it out today, apparently."
Yeah.
That's
Did you hear about that?
I did not
Yeah.
hear about this. I
Okay,
don't know.
to explain
I'm
it
not
what
as
it
much on
is
Twitter,
for
so please.
Critty. Sorry, Critty. Oh my
Christy.
God,
Christy?
Christy.
I'm a mix of Gritty, the like Philadelphia Flyer or whatever that, you know, like Gritty, the
No.
redhead monster dude.
I don't. What is that?
Please edit in a photo of Gritty. He's actually
Okay.
terrifying and is, yeah,
Gritty?
he's insane. Yes.
We'll
Gritty?
find a picture of
I
him.
really want you to just
Philadelphia?
look up Gritty right now because he's
Dude,
actually.
just look him up.
G-R-I-T-T.
Yeah.
Just phone.
Anyways, while she's looking it up, we'll talk about it. So there's a ship. I think it's called the Evergreen. It was a big cargo ship.
It's a huge
And it went
cargo
through
ship.
the Suez Canal, and they decided
Well,
to
yeah.
Tokyo drift it halfway through, and they just stuck
What happened
and got
was
stuck on a bunch of sand. They didn't actually
No.
Tokyo drift.
there
it,
was a
but yeah.
dust storm with extremely high winds, and they couldn't like
Control
steer the
it,
ship,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it just slammed into the bank. The front end slammed into the one of the banks, and then the
Yeah.
back end swung around, got lodged into the other bank. It was
So
stuck
it was,
there.
it was literally just like
just like yeah, it was stuck there for like 5 days.
literally thousands of
yeah.
like other cargo ships could not do anything. They couldn't go anywhere.
Right. So
Yeah.
that 40% of the entire international economy was stopped for like 6 days.
That is
And the only
incredible.
reason they were able to get it out today was because of like some whack high tide that came in.
Really?
So there was like
A
it
lot more
lifted
water,
the
yeah.
ship up, so they were able to easily like dig it out.
That's so crazy.
Well, I saw memes
cool.
like all over Twitter that said like they were trying to basically dig the cargo ship out. Like the ship's like this big. It was like a little, just like little like scooper thing. I
Yeah.
was like, why? Like, why not use like a, you know what I mean? Like, why use like a small, just little like digger out? Because that
Yeah.
took forever.
Well, there doesn't actually exist
yeah, there's not a big
a
one.
scooper big enough because the ship
Yeah.
goes down like 10 feet below where you could see it.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
It was
Yeah.
stuck way further down than you could tell.
Oh my god.
And without
Totally
that current
in
today,
there.
it would have been stuck there for a long time, probably like a week or two.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's pretty crazy. It's
No,
pretty
that
whack.
that is whack.
It is whack. Yeah.
Period. Yeah. So
Let's
Yeah, I have some really fun
I wanna
questions
hear what's
for you
going on.
guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me get
Yeah.
them up right now.
we need to talk about questions and just
Are
kind
we
of.
just gonna go down the list? How's this gonna work?
There's a lot of them, I will say. I looked up a lot of them. It's the same list I sent you the
Sure.
other day.
Yeah.
And
Just
when-
kind of pick your favorites.
Yeah, my absolute favorite is I'm a really big Disney fan. I love Disney. I love Marvel, just like you, Meredith. And I also
said that in a while.
I also really love the Muppets. So
Oh, okay.
if you were to pick a movie and replace it with the cast of the Muppets, which one would you choose?
God.
You have to replace.
Replace all the humans like with the Muppets, or if you were to replace all the humans except for one character with the Muppets, who would remain human and what movie would you choose? I know it's a really loaded question.
What in the world?
I can go
Did
first
you
if
come
you
up
want.
with this question?
No, it was like trending on Twitter like
gonna
last
say,
year, I think. But
Well, that's.
Imagine like the Marvel Cinematic Universe with like the Muppets.
yeah.
Like
I
Captain
would
America.
want to see like a really gruesome, gory, like scary movie. Oh, I watched
300.
Hereditary over the
Hereditary?
weekend. Hereditary is really good, and
I've never heard of
I
that
think it'd be
movie.
really funny with Muppets. That movie is dark.
So like, if you were to make one person not a Muppet in that movie, who would it be?
It would be the little girl.
Going around terrorizing all the Muppets.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I think so.
That would be
What's
a lot
that
of fun.
movie about?
Hereditary.
I haven't heard
Hereditary is about so I don't want to spoil it because it's a newer movie. It came out like 2 years ago. It's by Ari Aster, really famous horror director. He did Midsummer, a couple other movies, and like The Witch and things like that.
Yeah.
But it takes place in like modern day, and this grandmother passes away, and when she passes away, truths start unraveling about her family and about what she did before she passed away, like the grandma. And so it circles around her and some people she knew before she died, and they start creeping their way into this family's life, and this family has no idea what's going on. They're like, what's going on? Like, it's weird. And then like the daughter ends up, I can't say a lot because it's going to give it away.
Yeah.
But like the daughter ends up being possessed, and then they have to figure out like what's going on with her, why is this happening, and then some really bad stuff happens that I can't tell you about.
It's the grandma, right?
Can I spoil it?
Do it.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay, this movie
I'm
is
probably not
insane.
gonna watch
so the
I'm sitting here, I'm like,
so-
okay, I kind of want to know.
the grandma passes away, right? And you don't know this till the end of the movie. But the grandma is this like devil worshiper, and she's trying to conjure back the 8th king of hell, Pam or Pame or whatever his name is. Okay, and that's her goal, her entire life. And so she convinces her daughter to have kids, and she wants her daughter to have a son because the 8th king of hell can only inhabit like a son's like a
male
healthy
body.
male body, right, to come back and rule the world. And so you never know this is happening. The whole movie, you have no idea about this subplot about the grandma and stuff. So the grandma dies, passes away, and the demon, Pam or Pam, whatever, possesses the little girl instead of the healthy son, played by Alex Wolff. And so you're watching throughout this movie, and then she finally dies. She gets her head ripped off in like this brutal car accident.
The
And it's
girl?
very graphic. Yeah,
The
you see all of
oh,
it.
the
little
girl?
the little girl, yeah.
Oh my
she's
God.
like 13. But then she dies.
Her brother's driving, and she
Yes.
No, okay, can I tell the story?
Come on
Do
over here
it.
and tell
Come
the
on,
story.
come on. We have another
Grant's like, I know this movie. Grant!
Good. Go, step in.
Get him in.
Step in.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so they go to a party, right? They go to a party,
All the guest stars.
and ooh, my hair, okay.
There you go.
They go to a party, and she has like an asthma attack. First of all, this is like a high school party. The girl's like 7 or something, 10, I don't know. The brother like wanders off, or she wanders off, and eats a peanut bar or something, peanut candy bar, and she's like deathly allergic to peanut butter, and so she like starts having an attack, an allergic reaction, and goes downstairs to tell her brother. The brother like tries to rush her home because he doesn't want the parents to know. Sorry, it's not funny. He doesn't want the parents to know that he took his sister to this party and she had an allergic reaction. So,
Grant!
he tries to rush her home. On the way home, she sticks her head out the window.
And it gets. No.
She sticks her
No.
head out of the window, and he's like speeding down the highway, and sorry, she hits a light pole, and the light pole takes her head off.
Oh my god!
And it's just as funny as Grant's making it sound.
It's kind of funny,
So
actually. Not
A
gonna
light pole?
Yes, she
I'm
like
not a
sticks her
horror
head out
movie
the window,
person, but like,
and she's like gasping for air, and I guess she doesn't see it, and he drives past the light pole, and it just takes her head off.
That's kind of funny.
And her body, like the rest of her body, just like falls back into the car. And I don't think he notices
No,
until
he knows and doesn't do anything about it and doesn't tell his parents and walks back inside.
yeah, he goes home, leaves her headless body in the car, and like
Yeah.
just gets in bed like nothing happened.
Is that not insane?
And I think her
What?
parents found her
yeah,
the next
her
day
mom
in the
finds her
car.
the next morning.
So
Oh my
how
God.
does the movie end?
So like
Go
the
ahead.
demon leaves.
I'm done.
So
Thank you.
anyway, the demon was in the little girl, and when she dies, the demon escapes and possesses the mom. And the mom's going crazy because she's like, she thinks, she doesn't know she's possessed, but she is. And so she eventually like burns her husband alive. And then after she kills him, she kills her son and like forces him to kill himself. And he kills himself, and then she dies. She kills herself by cutting her own head off. And when she dies, the demon escapes her body. It's killed the entire family, and it possesses the son. And then he comes back to life. He kind of like lifelessly rises back up, walks back up into like this big room full of like his grandmother's cult friends. They're all naked, which is so weird.
Oh, like a bunch of old
but
women?
the cult worships naked. Like that's just part of their cult. And so it's literally just a room full of naked 60-year-old men and women, like bowing down to this dead teenager that is now the eighth king of hell. It's incredible. It is seriously like it's a trip. It's a great movie.
So if you're saying that you want the little girl to be the Muppet, who would be, or not to be the Muppet, who would be this healthy brother?
Yeah, who
What
would be
Muppet
everybody
do you think?
else?
Probably Kermit. You know how funny it'd be to see
Not
Kermit
Fonzie?
rise up and become
Fonzie
oh.
Bear?
Wait,
Yeah,
Fonzie?
Or Fozzie?
What about the bald eagle? What about the bald
Sam?
Sam the eagle.
Okay, we gotta get off Muppet talk. Yeah.
All right.
I love
We're gonna do
Muppets,
that.
sorry.
Yeah.
I love how
Obsessed
that.
with it.
What's another
Like-
question, babe?
What was your favorite question?
Okay, my favorite question. Shoot, what was it? Here we go. If you could detach any body part and still be able to use it, like control it, what would it be and why?
Y'all go first. I'm not gonna say mine.
No, you go first.
No, I'm not going first.
Okay, I
stole
can
the
go
last
first
question.
because I have
Okay,
it. Mine would be my ear. You know, like it would be like a Mrs. Potato Head situation where, like, if you leave it in a room, you can hear like what people are talking. Like,
Mine
about
would
you.
probably be my eye.
Your eye.
Yeah,
Just
like
look
I
at
leave
it.
it, just like leave it in a room to just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
just
so.
like look
That's
around.
really. You know you can do that with your AirPods.
Yeah.
You can keep your AirPod case in a room and
Wait,
turn on
was that-
active listening,
Yeah.
and you can hear everything that people are saying.
You put your AirPods
a
in
thing?
and you turn on like active listening or whatever on your phone, and you leave your phone somewhere, and you walk to a different room, and
you
it's
can
like
hear everything.
you can
That's
hear
so
what's
cool.
going on.
Oh my gosh.
No, don't
Do
do
you want
it.
to try
Don't
it out?
What?
Like-
What?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't think people actually use it very often,
No.
but it's still really cool.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
That's smart if like you're in a business meeting
I
or
have an
something,
idea now.
and like you're just kind of like you're waiting for your clients to like talk about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's so
Sorry,
smart.
talk smack
Yeah,
about
I
you.
gotta
Edit.
bleep, I gotta
Sorry,
bleep it out
bleep.
now.
Sorry,
Bleep, bleep, bleep.
sorry. That's,
Anyways, but yeah, it's I don't know. So you said ear, you said eye. What'd you say?
I want to hear what yours is first.
I'm not saying mine
Why
because
not?
you all know exactly what I'm thinking. It would definitely be like my arm. I think I'd take my arm off and I'd use it to like grapple on.
Are you kidding me? I thought it was something else. Thank you.
No.
What is yours?
PG, PG.
I played it up for a
PG,
reason.
PG,
That's-
PG.
PG.
I was gonna say my
You
arm.
gotta keep the listeners.
You were
on
gonna
the
say your
edges.
arm?
I really was gonna say my arm.
Really?
Yeah.
It would
I
be
think,
like
like, I
a
think
T-Rex,
realistically,
you know,
I
like those
could sit
T-Rex
here.
claw situations.
Oh my god, my grandma had one of those when I was like 4. I literally would go around her apartment and just pick up and
I love
place
those.
something. I love.
Realistically, it'd be my hand.
Your hand.
Because I would, I mean, like all jokes aside, I'd take my hand off
You know,
and let
like
it
the
just
thing
crawl
from
around.
Addams Family?
Yeah, like
Oh yeah. Yeah. You just,
So
it
cool.
could go do whatever
but
it
yeah.
wants. Yeah.
I could
And
literally
it's just
sit
like
here,
no.
take my arm off, and
Go
bitch
to the
slap
fridge,
Spencer.
get a beer. Period. Oh, just like slap
Just slap
people.
me?
Yeah.
That's kind of mean. Just saying.
Well, I mean,
Does gravity still apply? Like imagine an arm just like floating in the air.
yeah. Yes, gravity still applies.
what the heck?
Imagine
okay,
how buff
okay.
your fingers would get.
Oh, you so.
Oh, look at this thick sausage hand. Just walking around. All right, next question. Next question. Let's
Next
go. Keep going with
question.
it.
Another one that I really liked was, okay, if animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
Chihuahuas? 100%.
No.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Those
No.
no, they're just
I wish I
white
could
They
just.
would just be loud and like,
that are loud.
I want
You're
to
literally
don't
one
say
of
that,
those. What do you mean? You are literally one of those.
No, like Chihuahuas would be like those Beverly Hill chicks that are like,
But that's not necessarily rude.
you know what I mean?
Rude? I think Chihuahuas are very rude.
An
lot of bite.
animal?
Yeah.
I would
Little
probably
dog.
say what's a, an alligator? Maybe?
No.
Really?
I feel like those would be like misinterpreted and be nice, you know?
I definitely feel like they're cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're just chilling. Have you seen how they float in water?
No.
No. How do they?
Like
Like-
the nose above the water?
No, yeah. Like their head's
Oh,
like,
like
this,
logs?
and then their body's just literally just like
Just
that.
like limp.
Like,
yeah.
I thought
Just
it was
chilling.
like
No.
Oh my god.
Mine would be a hamster. I think hamsters would just
Yeah.
like trash talk everyone around them. I think
Like they're one of those like people that like the little guy that like thinks that like they're
100%.
Yeah.
But then like imagine a really squeaky voice. I think it would be the funniest thing.
Are you talking stuff about me? Like what's going on?
Exactly. I think that'd be so funny.
I think it's a Chihuahua, 100%, because they're annoying and everybody hates those little tiny white dogs with the crust in their eyes.
My grandma has one of those dogs.
Oh
It's
my
a
God,
rat.
I could
Every time
just-
I go over there and it comes up to me, I just want to throw it out the
I
window.
could literally punt those dogs like 50 yards.
Drop kick 'em?
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can't
far.
do it.
I would say, I don't know, probably squirrels.
Ooh, squirrels are definitely buttholes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're 100%. I feel like squirrels have the same vibe of like
They're just frat boys. They're just looking for a nut. That's it.
just
Yeah.
about to
That's
say
it.
that.
That's all
I
they're
would
looking
like
for.
fraternity guys that just want their nuts. It's like fraternity guys that just want alcohol.
And then they're good. They're done. Yeah.
There you
or just
go.
like girls or whatever.
All right, next question. Let's hear it.
Is there another one that you like?
All right. Oh boy. Okay. This one could be fun. What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical?
I don't answer these kind of questions. I hate musicals.
You hate
count me
musicals?
out
I
on this one.
forget he hates musicals.
Why do you-
That
I
like breaks my
hate-
soul.
Okay, what musicals have you seen?
I've seen a few. I don't know.
Have you seen any like actually on stage?
On stage?
Or
Yeah,
just
I did
movies?
theater for like 10 years. I
you did?
know, yeah.
What were you
And
in?
you hate musicals?
I don't know. What was okay? There was one I was in with my mom. Oh, what was that one called?
Oh my god.
I don't remember what it was called now.
I was in Carousel.
Nice.
Ah.
And
Carousel.
so
Oh.
I love that musical. I was in Carousel when I was in high school. I feel like a movie that would be really improved if it was a musical.
You could be like, do the documentary about Ted Bundy and make it like a musical.
Like the great Zac Efron just started singing like Greatest Showman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe
Or
like take
Saving
like a
Private
horror
Ryan.
movie, or like mine would be
That'd be really
Cabin in
good.
the Woods.
That could be good.
I don't know if anyone has seen it. It's
Cabin in the Woods, the horror movie.
Yeah, it's one of the only horror movies I've ever seen, and I think that would be very funny.
Or what about like Crazy Stupid Love with like Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, but they sing La La Land?
That's literally La La Land.
I didn't like that movie, to be honest.
Are you kidding me?
It's just not that. I
La La
didn't think it was
Land?
that good. La La Land. I haven't seen La La Land.
Any movie
Oh.
with Ryan Gosling, I'm always like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I like Ryan
Very
Reynolds
good.
better. Oh,
Ryan
stop.
Reynolds is his
Pause. Who is everybody's favorite Ryan in Hollywood? Go.
Brian in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Come back
There's
to
so
me.
Then
many
we gotta
Ryans.
go to Chris.
There's so many
Come back to
Ryans.
me. Come
okay.
back.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan
obviously.
Reynolds.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. I'm gonna have to say Ryan Reynolds as well. I think he's so funny.
I rewatched Deadpool's
100%.
over spring break, and I thought
I
they
love
were the
Deadpool.
funniest thing.
I love Deadpool.
All
That's
right,
a
go
good
ahead.
freaking
Go ahead,
movie.
Ryan. Tell me
himself.
who's your favorite Ryan.
Go Ryan. Who's your favorite Ryan?
My
let's hear
favorite
it.
Ryan. Probably Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
I gotta say Ryan Gosling.
All right,
Okay.
let's go around the circle. Who's everybody's favorite Hollywood Chris?
Hemsworth.
Ooh.
100%.
Yours is Chris
100%,
Hemsworth. Okay,
yeah.
good looking man. How about you?
Evans. I have to
Chris
say
Evans, okay.
Either Evans or Pine.
She's gonna probably say Evans as well.
I love Evans, but mine's actually Chris Pine.
No way.
Really?
Mine-
See?
Oh my.
you a
I'm
Chris
mad. I have mad. Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt is my favorite.
I love Chris
So we got them all.
There you go.
His performance in Parks and Rec is Andy Dwyer's the funniest character.
My
ever
favorite is
exist.
like whenever any blooper of him whatsoever, it's just him improving and literally like going through physical harm all the time of like jumping over desks or
He
everything.
told that story about how he ate 12 racks of ribs for one take. Like, not
Oh
for
my
one take,
God.
but like for one scene.
the course of one scene, yeah.
Yes. That they had to take 12 takes of. He ate an entire rack of ribs in one take 12 times. And then
Yeah.
for lunch that day, they had ribs. And
Dude,
he was
Chris
like,
Pratt
Oh,
is a
Chris.
god.
He
I
really
I will say, in terms of like
I
physical
may have
comedy,
to switch mine. I love Chris Pine, but Chris Pratt, and he's a Christian boy.
Did you see? Okay. Did you see Into the Woods with Chris Pine?
The
that's
musical?
good.
I have
Yes.
I haven't seen.
very
my
good.
heart longs for Chris Pine
We got a
because
thumbs
of
up
Wonder
for Dylan.
Woman.
Okay. Yeah.
But Chris Pine in Into the Woods
Woods.
is so good.
Agony. Oh.
Agony is so
Oh.
good.
I need to
That's his
watch
song.
that.
He sings in it. He's so good.
He
He's in the
sings.
musical. He's Prince Charming.
Hugh Jackman. Oh my god.
Hugh Jackman is
Oh.
incredible.
Oh.
Greatest
Oh.
Showman.
Oh
One
my
of the best
god.
movies ever.
Oh my
God.
god. Do you want to talk about
So-
range? How does he go from freaking Wolverine to this is the
Literally.
greatest
I
show?
literally just
Literally.
rewatched like almost all the X-Men, and I'm just like insane.
I did
at them.
too. I did too because of WandaVision. My friend
Absolutely.
Brett and I, if you're watching, but we watched all of the X-Men movies. Logan. Oh my god.
Yes.
That's insane of a movie. You were
So good.
saying.
Sorry.
You guys
What was
lost
I
me.
saying?
I am
Oh.
not following.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
Into the Woods musicals. Spencer, you've been in?
I don't remember what it was
Musicals?
called. It was like I remember Fernando's Hideaway was one of the songs in it,
Okay.
and it was like a restaurant that they all hung out at. I don't remember the name of it.
Was it a
I
music?
don't
It was a musical?
was
Was it
definitely a
Mamma
musical.
Mia?
It was
No.
not. No.
Hold on,
Mamma
I'll
Mia.
find it. I'll find it.
I
Fernando's Hideaway.
I'm just not okay.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like musicals. I don't like watching them because I just.
see for me,
like comedy
music.
plays are my favorite. I
Yeah.
love
Music,
good comedy.
music is like my love language. So like anytime I watch musicals, I always like feel inspired and just like, oh my god, like all day long.
Yeah.
And every time I hear music, I always like put choreography to it, just because of like, that's just how my brain works with like dance and stuff like that. So like actually seeing like people like do the same thing, I'm always like, oh my
Yeah.
god, like I would have done that too, you know?
Yeah.
See, one of my favorite musicals that's like kind of not dated a little bit back right now, but Hairspray. I absolutely love it. Like, because everyone like seems to forget about it when they're listing musicals, and I'm like, Hairspray is so good.
It's so
Zac
top tier.
Efron,
It's
James
so top
Marsden,
tier.
Queen Latifah, right? Is she?
Queen Latifah.
She's incredible.
Top tier.
Yeah. So is that your
Insane.
favorite?
John Travolta.
What's your favorite musical
My favorite musical?
of all time?
Les Mis.
Oh,
100%.
that's good.
I haven't seen that. I didn't watch it.
I was in it in high school.
My mom really
Who-
wants to
who
go
did
see
you pick?
Hamilton
Okay, so-
really bad.
I don't
was-
get the vibe. I don't get the excitement over Hamilton.
I like
like
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
It's,
I
it's
like it. I
overhyped.
did have
Don't tell my
Hamilton.
mom I said that.
I
but
heard
do
no.
like
I
Hamilton.
heard like it's like so impressive and
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
he's
Jinx. Double
incredible. Like he's just absolutely superb individual and like so talented. But I'm just like I've never like gotten the chance to like sit down and like listen to the whole playlist or like watch Hamilton. So I just
Yeah.
can't. Huh?
It's good, but
It's
it's
good.
not
It's
the.
overhyped.
It's not
It's
the
like-
I heard it's
masterpiece.
overhyped.
It's like the cookout of musicals.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't you dare bash Cookout like that.
Cookout.
Okay, I like Cookout. I think Cookout is way overhyped.
Where do we come? How do we get to Cookout? We were just
He
talking
said
about like,
Hamilton.
Hamilton is like the Cookout of musicals.
musicals. It's good. It's overhyped.
How does that work?
I don't want to talk about it. Next question. Let's just
Okay.
go to the next question.
Anyways,
I'm done
yeah.
talking about
I like
musicals. I can't do this
They're so
anymore.
good.
Yeah.
I'm losing brain cells.
Okay.
That's
When I
what-
watched
Christy,
The
that
Greatest
answered
Showman,
your
I went to
question.
go see it in theaters 5 times. The first 3, I cried.
5 times.
Which
Yes.
one?
Greatest
Greatest Showman.
Showman.
So good. It came out on my birthday. I called it my birthday gift for me.
Nice.
So, what were you in Les Mis? Just out of
Right.
curiosity.
So I was actually 2 roles. I was the bishop at the beginning,
Nice.
and I was one of the barricade students.
Nice.
Someday.
And that's that little. If you see my backpack, I have a little patch on it. That's what that's from.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
I thought that was the
sweet.
Captain America shield.
No.
It's actually
That's
from
what
the French
everybody says.
Revolution.
We'll ask one more
All right.
question and then we gotta wrap it up.
One more question. All right. This is gonna be a fun one. If you were held at gunpoint and were told if you didn't impress them with your dance moves and you would be killed, what dance move would you bust out?
Oh, I would bust out freaking Tombe Paparay Glissade Grand Jeté, throw it into a double
I'm
pirouette
sorry.
into a split.
I'm sorry.
Well, you're
What?
talking to a dance person here because she did dance for like
Yeah.
a billion years.
That's actually a pretty cool flex I have.
That was awesome. Good for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Whoa.
No, that's what I
Yeah,
that's what I would
well,
do.
I would do like a whip and a nay nay and call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Or
would
like
you
a
do?
TikTok dance,
I don't know. Probably the Macarena.
The
Nice.
Macarena.
The Mac.
The
The
Macarena.
Macarena.
the Macarena.
See, I would
Happy now?
attempt to do a somersault because I'm notoriously known to never like
Is
I
that
can't.
a dance move?
No, that's why I'm just so bad at it that they would feel pity for me from attempting.
They'd be like, all right. They'd be like, you're fine.
She's in
They
enough
just,
pain
or they
as it
just
is.
kill you
She's
and
like-
just get it
she's-
over with.
Yeah.
Or she's like, she needs another chance to make sure that's okay.
I would
like,
shoot
before
you
she
as soon as I
dies.
saw you go down for the somersault. I wouldn't even let you finish. I'd just pop you right there and make you watch you flop
My whole thing was
over.
like to make them feel pity for me, and then like it would be like, oh, okay.
I feel.
I'm so bad at them. I cannot do any type of gymnastics whatsoever. I
Yeah.
have tried a somersault before. It has not ended well. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I used to be able to do a somersault, and then I tried it in my side yard over the quarantine, and it did not end well.
Me too. Me too. I used to do that all the time.
In her side yard.
I was a pretty big gymnast for
Yeah,
about
in
10
her
years.
specific side yard.
I do have the
Only
body
place
of a
you can do it.
gymnast. People have told me that.
Sure.
We're gonna finish
I have
up
the
the
body of a
podcast. there's my camera, but I don't want my camera to be there, but I'll talk to you anyway. Thank you guys so much for
over
watching.
there.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you. Thank you guys so much for being on today.
Thanks for having us.
We're probably going to bring you back sometime
great.
soon. Absolutely. Got some fun, wacky questions, and it's always awesome having more people to the conversation.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't, subscribe to us, follow us on Instagram, tune in on Spotify, follow us on TikTok.
Yes.
We gotta talk about that segment, future segment.
This is
coming up.
something that I do want to get some response on.
What?
So, we want to do a segment where basically we edit it into the footage, and Spencer and I will just be like, and now to our segment of the week. And for 1 minute, we're in a wacky location talking about wacky things for 1 minute.
That's fun.
So if you guys have any ideas, on like if you want us to go to like different restaurants every week, or like if you want us to like, maybe go to like somebody's car every week and talk about like a lot of different stuff, let us know. But we're
just
thinking about doing
anything we could do in 1 minute.
Yeah,
Really.
just like anything that we could do in 1
try to
minute.
do it.
If you want to see Spencer go out on the street and bully people, asking them a question for 1 minute,
Yeah.
we can do that.
I can do
Spencer
that.
on the street segment.
Spencer on the street segment.
I like it.
Here and now, a word from our Spencer.
And then
And
I'm
I-
like, what's your opinion on the political climate? And I
Yeah.
just start punching people out in the
I know.
streets. Just like that.
So
Anyways,
that's
we
something
need to
we're
wrap it
working
up.
on.
We need
Yeah.
to go.
We're wrapping it up. Thank
Yeah.
you guys so much. Tune in next week. We love you. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. That was awesome.